Here's a 1970 Ford Torino GT with a 429 in it. This is a documented 101 car, and pretty much know the complete story on this. We're going to get into it here in this video so you can hear about why this car is pretty cool and a very well-known documented history. 1970, the owner returned from the Army to the States and had the money and wanted to get a new car. Went down to the local Ford dealer and got the keys to a Boss 302. Salesperson said, take it for a day and drive it. He did that, went back, decided not to buy the Boss, but the next day reconsidered, thought I'm going to go down there and get it. Yep, you know what happened then. Got back to the dealership, the Boss was sold. So the next thing was, hey, this GT Ford Torino with a 429 on it, sitting on the showroom floor, had been ordered new by that dealership, and he ended up buying the car then that day. Kind of a neat little story right here, and that's why I left the plates off and don't have any unique ones on here. These plates are the original plates that were put on the car. The dealer then had all the plates in their possession when they sold the car. They'd give them to the owner, and they'd put them on the car, and away they went. That T stands for truck. They were out of car plates at the dealership that day when he bought this brand new. So what'd they do? They gave him truck plates to put on there. That's why that has the T on it. And it also says 1970. Those plates are original to this car from when it was first registered in the state. Let's see where to go from here. The original owner bought this car late fall. He had it for about a week driving it. Then the inclement weather was going to be coming, so it went into a heated garage and was stored for the winter. That next spring/summer when he got out the car, he literally got in it and drove it on about a 7,100 mile cruise up through Canada, back down through the states, Montana, Yellowstone, Wyoming, obviously, and then back to Minnesota, where after that first year it had about 7,100 miles on it. But actually before doing that, I'll show you one little option that he did. Put Stuart Warner gauges in there. So there's two aftermarket gauges, put in the dash right there. That's when he did that. The original things on this car, and like I said, I got a list here to try to remember all of this. These trim rings are original. This is a wheel cover, and obviously those are base to this type of car. What I believe happened is the dealer, when they ordered this, they wanted to sit on their showroom floor and show off the Torino with the 429 in it. So this car was ordered with not a lot of options to it. Hence it's also got a 4-speed in it, and just not a lot of equipment. The original things in this car, it still has original glass all the way around. I was talking about that trip up through Canada. Show you a couple other things that the owner can document on this car. That chip right there came on a logging road, believe it or not, in Canada, kicked up from a truck, still original glass, was never fixed. Original glass all the way around the car. There's a few dings and what have you on it. This ding, if I can get it to show up a little bit right there, wrench left underneath the hood. When the original owner was working on it, it had the electronic ignition converted over to it. This car runs absolutely beautiful, and we believe that's what he was doing. The other thing that happened is in South St. Paul, the original owner had it, and the rear quarter got bumped with another car backing out, so he had the whole car repainted. This was in about 1974. So the paint does show its age, it does show some checking, but it was an original repaint in 1974. Had the original paint and then was repainted in 1974. That's the paint that's on it now. All original interior. Vinyl's never been touched, carpet's never been touched, headliner's never been touched. Gauges are all in working order. All original gauges. Supposedly the only thing, according to the original owner, that's not what came from Ford in this car would be your tires, your battery, and your exhaust. Other than that, chrome, bright work, interior, and of course the paint was not original, but everything else is original. Glass, trim rings. This one here had a tool hanging in the rafters in his garage, fell out, dinged it right there. And it's just everything the second owner got from the original person that bought this car brand new. If you'd like to check out the underside pics, the engine bay pics, feel free to at uniqueclassiccars.com. We'll go ahead and start this thing up in a little bit too. This has to be one of the nicest running 429s we have ever had in here. It is just a dream to start up and drive. I'm going to take a quick look through my notes here too. I walk around this car a tad to see. I know I'm missing some things. Car's got 41,000 original miles on it when the second owner purchased it. He put, I think, 900 on there after that. So we're talking, what, less than 43,000 miles. We'll check that odometer too when we get in there. Supposedly the shoulder belts have never been used. This car is never driven in the winter because it always went into his heated garage and stored over winters. Hence, there's no corrosion, no rust, anything coming through on the wheel wells. And take a look at the underside. Like I said, it's all original. Keys are original, clutch is original. If you look at the pictures, the original owner put a chrome air cleaner on it. We do have the Ford Blue original air cleaner, and it's believed to be the original element in that air cleaner. That would go with the car. The other thing, yeah, when the original owner, when the leaded fuel was phased out, this car's ran on 100 non-octane racing fuel, mixed 50-50 with non-oxygenated premium unleaded gas. And the current owner, who's the second owner, has ran it on the same exact mixture and fuel. That's what's in it right now. Call me if you got any more questions. If I'm missing anything, we can sure go over it. I can be reached at 507-386-1726. Sorry it took me so long to get through all that, but there's a lot of history on this car. Marty report, obviously all the documentation, I have that also. Here's your original driver's seat. Original door cards. We're going to start this up. Watch how quickly and how smoothly this fires up. There goes your fuel gauge up, that works. Ribbon tack. See, that works. Stuart Warner gauges that were put in the early 70s, working just perfectly. I like that touch. Kind of wonder how long that's been on there. I'm guessing somewhere in the first few years that he had it. One tiny little crack in the dash. I mean, seriously, listen to how smooth. You can hear that, hopefully. How smooth this car runs. Absolutely unbelievable. Check out the underside pics, interior engine bay, uniqueclassiccars.com, or give me a call, like I said, 507-386-1726. 1970 Ford Torino GT with a 429, one of one made.